So today is going to be the webinar number 2 on how to change the content, of your escape game using Loquiz. And the important note for today, today's session is going to be recorded, meaning that everything here will be published on YouTube. So from YouTube you'll be able to watch this, and if you are, for those who are not there, they will be able to rewatch, and it may be useful for people who are in time zone that doesn't allow them to be present. I'm thinking about American people, and I will publish the link on Discord and on the Loquiz, on the website Loquiz, as a blog article. So let's start with the plan. First, I will say a few words about the previous webinar session. And in the previous webinar session, I promised to give the blank template, so I transferred the blank template to a few of us. And we will start the first workshop that will actually be closely related with the blank template. So the first workshop will be about the idea, your idea of making an escape game. And the second workshop, we will talk about the different levels that you can have in your escape game, similarly to what we had in the game that we tested last week. And in the last part of the workshop, I will show an assignment for the next session. So it's not a mandatory assignment, it's up to you, but if you do it, then you will see. And we will have questions and feedback session. So if you have anything to share or to ask, feel free to even unmute yourself and ask anything. And if you're alright with this plan, then let's move on to the webinar. So last week I presented the game Escape Imagination Land, and so it was an escape game where you needed to escape from a land full of imaginary characters, and this game led you outside because it was outdoor using the odometer. So this is something that you can use for your audience, even if they are remote or even if they are making hybrid games, meaning that they have different offices across the world. And if you prefer a map version, this is actually something that we'll talk about in the fourth webinar. And there will even be a blank template with the map version, but that's going to be for later. Also, since the last webinar session, we created a Discord server, and in this small Discord server, we can discuss about the escape game, and we can discuss it even more when there will be the assignments. So it's not a big Discord server, it's not the Discord server for the whole activity of Loquiz. It's focused especially on escape games and on this webinar series. And I distributed a blank template, so from your account you can have a template that is a bit different from the Escape Imagination Land. Let's say it's like the same rules, but yeah, I will show you after. So if you send me a message on Discord or email, I will copy a blank template on your account, so you can use this and you can create as many games as you want. And these are an easy way to make an escape game. So I'm going to talk about this blend template because this will be useful for the workshop, and um, so it's based on the Escape Imagination Land. All the rules are the same, so we don't even need to change anything from the blocks, anything from the logical blocks, but the content is different. In fact, in the content we only have placeholders where you can change, where you can add your own riddles and your own story. And the story is up to you. You have to build the story. So as you can see, you have many tasks like this, and it's up to you to change each task from this list. So let's review it quickly. I will show you from the creator how it looks like. So if you go to the creator, if you have it in your account, you will need to look in the template page, and usually the template will appear somewhere here in the paid template, because these are the templates that are sent between the users. But I have it here because I created this template. If I create a game, it would look like this, rules. And yes, you don't need to look at the rules for now, especially as we will discuss the rules for the next week. So the rules are, you don't need to change them because everything that matters are within the tasks. So inside the task, you just need to open them and to edit what is edited here. And you just write your content, your story, following these instructions, and from there, once you fill all the tasks here, then you have um, your own escape game. And yes, the tasks that which you need to edit with this pin, and the test and in which you need to have riddles with this emoji. Anyway, you have a full explanation here about the different type of tasks. And another thing that will matter for the next part of the webinar is here. If you look at the number of points, it shows the different level. So in the level 3 you have 100 points because it matters more. Level 2 you have 10 points, and level 1 you have 1 point. So you will have 3 levels, and it will be up to you to create a story behind these levels, and to create a reason why you go from level to level until you reach the final riddle, the final boss, which is the last part of the escape game before you before the players succeed in finishing the game. For those who just arrived now, just a quick reminder, here we are reviewing the blank template, and the blank template was distributed last week. In this blank template you can edit the content to have your escape game ready with your own story, and as I said, it will be useful for the next part. The next part is going to be 2 small workshops. Okay, so let's say you have your game ready, we save, and the game is already in your Loquiz account. And now let's come back. And so again, you can have this blank template if you send me an email or a message on Discord, and it will I will transfer to your account. And we can in fact start the content together through the workshop that I prepared for you. So there will be a link that I will share and I send it. Okay, before I send to the chat, I will just show a bit what we are going to do. So for the first workshop, it will be quite short, 2 minutes or more if needed. The idea here is that you take a post-it and with a few words, you write a scenario and a story about your escape game. So for example, in my story, it was escape imagination land, escape virtual land full of imaginary of fictional characters, fictional or legendary characters. Well, you can develop a bit if you want, but the idea here is that you have the main story and that you have your own main story that would justify the player to escape from where they are. Well, and then you have the post-it. Just take one and just make your post-it, and we will review all of them after. Okay, we share. Okay. And the link is in the chat. You can find the chat on the bottom part of your Google Meet. So I invite you to join and to take a post-it and write down your story. You have 2 minutes at 11:20. After 11:21, then we will review your ideas. So let's review the ideas, and we have an idea of escape game that is in New York City, and there is a bomb threat, so the player has to find a way out, and there are different levels that are the blockage in circle. So this story is interesting because yeah, we all know what happened in New York City, and also the ideas of level. This is something that you will be able to develop in the next part. And I can see that the story goes on, so there are small bombs in the center, and so this game can be used in any city, and I think this game would be very nice when you will have access to the blank template with the map based. So you can put the location of the different pins, events, tasks across the city, and then you can pretend that the player are in New York City. So we have a Halloween theme, and Halloween is soon. It's even sooner than I imagined because it's in the end of the month, and um, in corporate can be important, and especially in America, Halloween is a big theme. So this is a theme that can be very interesting for our corporate clients. And we have the murder mystery game. As a murder mystery, I will be curious to see what you would come up with for the next workshop that will be about the different levels and how you will put the different levels and how you will mix this with the murder mystery where we need to solve and or we need to solve the this mystery where we need to know what who made the crime, who done it, and a good and the bad place, a decision-making game where players know that life is ending anytime soon, and the goal is to get in a good place I like that there is strong ideas that things can finish, and so it belongs to the player to take the right decision as the life in Earth can be finished anytime. And this can bring some great results that corporate clients will appreciate very much. Historical escape game in historic town based on real events. So this will be very suitable for the map version. And in the map version, you will have the ability to put different pins in any city. Let's say we want to put in the city of Paris, and you could have different places. Let's say we want to make in the Montmartre part, so you could put many pins in different historical places of Montmartre. So we have our ideas of a scenario for the escape game, and now let's move on to the second workshop. So I invite you to look into the second page. What you will do now, what I will ask you to do now, is to copy paste your post-it or your post-its if you have more than one. So you have to do Control C or Command C and Control C or Command V here. And yes, so take a slot for yourself here with your own post-it, and then you can write the different level. For example, here, Heroic Fantasy. If you remember the Escape Imagination Land, there are different levels that are related with different theme, different kind of characters from different universe. So, for example, the second level was Sci-Fi Police for science fiction characters, and in the third level it was Pantheonica, legendary character from the antiquity. And I will ask you to think about the final level. So what could be the final boss or the final riddle? The final boss is the creator of Imagination Land. So I invite you to fill this post-it, and I give you 7 minutes to do this workshop. Okay, the 7 minutes has elapsed, and I'll go one by one. I will start from the the right side. The first idea is about the historical escape game, and the first part would be about the video presentation and presenting the dilemma and the timeline with the time bandits. In fact, you can put some video presentation in the beginning, and maybe one, maybe many, and maybe the task is just to watch these videos and have a few riddles on them. So yeah, this is something I invite you to think about when you use the blank template. Visiting different location and collecting information for the historic location, which is could be a nice way to make people having fun to find location in this city, and using this information to solve the riddles in the level 3. And so these time bandits could be the final level, the final boss. Okay, very nice. Yeah, so these are the levels, and later I will invite you to um, transfer these ideas onto the blank template. So the second idea is about the New York City games, where you have one more block with obstacles, and you need to solve the different riddles until you get past this roadblock. And so same idea here, you have another roadblock where you need to get past to it. And here is the last roadblock, so I can imagine that there are more and more difficult riddles that allows you to go to the final level. And in the final level, that could be a bomb that you need to defuse. A nice idea. So we have the murder mystery. So here in the murder mystery, I could see that there are different ways to divide how the player is going to solve the mystery to escape from this situation. So inside of the murder, then told to the suspects, and that could be presented as riddles, and then reports where you can actually use what you learned before. You can tell the players to note down everything they've seen during the game, and then the final level, solving the case. Who's the culprit? Who done it? And the last idea, the good and the bad place. So here sounds like a serious game, and serious games are appreciated among the corporates or among the HR. So first level will be about the health, different questions about health, on how to preserve your health, or how to convince other people to care about their health. Second level, doing good or bad toward other people, so acting in a good way to other people. That is interesting emotional learning. Third level, sustainability. Taking different action, such as recycling garbage, or action that you could put in different riddles or tasks in the third level. So people do these riddles and they learn about these sustainability actions. And in the end, if they succeed, they reach a good place. So this good place that you were mentioning here is good place if the life on Earth was ending with either good or bad place. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your ideas. So I invite you to save the link. I will anyway put the link on the Discord so you can come back to it. And this will be useful for the assignment. And let's go back to the slides. So these ideas, I will invite you to apply them on the blank template. And if you don't have the blank template, again, please send me a message and I will transfer it in your account. So, what I will ask you to do is to edit a blank template into a ready-made game, and so the next session is in 1 week. And so once you have the game ID, you can find it in the URL. You just copy paste this. You can send it to me, and I will make the game available for anyone on Discord. And from this game, people can try as much as possible without spending any credits from your account. And for example, if you want to make your family try your game as much as you want without spending anything, then you can also share this future game by the fact that it's in our account. And so that's for the assignment. And it will be in 1 week, so 1 week may be a bit short. So feel free to make a quite short task, not to look for the highest quality game. Here is more having some beta game that we can test, that we can give feedback or ideas on how to have it, how to have a game that has even more fun. And again, it's optional, so do it if you feel doing it. So, do you have any question and feedback regarding this session? If you have any question, feel free to write down in the chat, or you can also unmute yourself and ask me anything. Anyway, if you have any questions that would arise for later, or if you have someone watching this recording, you can always go on the Discord. And yes, for sure you can. And you can go on the Discord and ask your questions, so we just answer you by chat. So you would, especially for the assignment, if you want to make your own game, so feel free to ask, or you can also send me an email, ivan@loquiz.com, and feel free to ask me any question on Discord. And you have the link to the Discord if you go on the Loquiz website. So I will just show you quickly. Loquiz. In case if you don't know where to look for the Discord link, you can go to the blog, and from the blog you have the link here that allows you to join the Discord. So, do we have any other question? Okay, so for the next session, we will it will happen in the same hour with the same link. So just save the link and just join at the same time as today, and we will talk more about the rules. So today I didn't talk about the rules, I just talked about the task and the content. And I thank you for joining, and I thank you for watching if you are watching the recording, and see you next week.